Alright, good morning, Willie Mannon. Miss Richmond here with my helper. We're going to show you how to start your one-point perspective cityscapes. Now, some of the supplies that you're going to need: pencil, eraser, a ruler, and one of these step-by-step handouts. So, my helper and I are going to work step-by-step. You can watch us work and then try it yourself. You can watch me work and then try it when my helper tries it. Whatever you're more comfortable with. So, the first step to starting your cityscape is finding the center of your paper. To find the center of your paper, we're going to put a big cross from one corner to the other. So as soon as I'm done here, my helper is going to start, and you can try it along with her. Now, where the two lines overlap is the very center of your paper. You're going to go in and just put a little mark to be your vanishing point. Once you've got your vanishing point in, we're going to erase those extra cross lines because we don't need them. Remember, when you're working, draw light until you know it's right. This way your pencil lines can easily come off your paper. So step number 2 is going to be creating quadrants. I'm going to show you that if you draw the straight lines through your vanishing point, you can create 4 equal quadrants. Go ahead, helper. So it's basically a big cross through the middle of your paper. Once you have quadrants on each side of your paper, we're going to begin putting some right angles in. When you put your right angles in your drawing, you want them to kind of mock the quadrant. So if my quadrant is basically looks like a backwards L, I'm going to go in and I'm going to use a ruler actually because I like those nice straight edges. I'm going to put some backwards L's in. Go ahead. And then I'm going to go to another quadrant, and I'm going to copy that same style. So this quadrant is a backwards L that's upside down. So I'm just going to put that in with my ruler. And you can put more than one in each building. It's up to you. In each quadrant, you can put more than one angle in each quadrant. I'm just showing you for this example. Now, if you'd like to put a building right in the middle of your quadrant, you're not going to make an L. So this is the exception. So if you're going to put, basically it's going to be a building on the crosshairs or the cross line, just make a straight line on those, I guess, the cross lines. They don't need to have angles because these buildings you're looking directly straight up at. Okay? So I'm just going to fill up the next couple quadrants with some of these right angles. The higher you put that, the closer you put them to your vanishing point, the taller your buildings are going to be. The further away from the vanishing point, the shorter the buildings are going to be. So I want you to think of each one of these angles as the rooftops of your building. The next step, helper, is going to be connecting all the edges and corners of these angles to the vanishing point. So we're going to use our rulers to connect all these corners and the ends of these lines that we made. So watch me, I'll show you, and then you can go right ahead and try it out yourself. So whenever I'm drawing an orthogonal line, I like to keep my pencil on my vanishing point, and then I press my ruler up against my pencil and move it around until it finds the corner. So now it's up to you if you'd like to draw a line straight through and then go in and erase anywhere that's extra, or if you just want to find those. Some of your buildings are going to overlap. If they overlap, you can go in and erase any extra lines that you do not need there. So go ahead, I'll let you finish connecting all those orthogonal lines, those vanishing lines, to the corners of your shapes. And you can all do this together, or you could just continue watching, whatever you prefer, whatever you're more comfortable with. If you're more comfortable watching first and then trying it, or if you think you're confident, you know what to do, and you want to try this out now, feel free to use that time. I like how you're turning your paper so you can better reach those areas. It's a good idea. Now you're going to notice that a city kind of is taking shape. While my helper finishes up, I'm just going to go in and erase any extra lines that I don't need. So my crosshair, those quadrant lines, I don't need them anymore. Any lines that overlap, I can go in and erase so that all I'm looking at is the shape of some three-dimensional buildings. Now, because this is practice, I don't expect you to all have details in each and every building, but I'd like to walk around and be able to see that you kind of understand the concepts and that you know to use parallel lines and orthogonal lines, and that anything's horizontal, any lines that are horizontal kind of stay horizontal. One-point perspective is kind of a lot of critical thinking skills, so so the next step is going to be putting the details in our buildings. So whenever you're putting the floors in, you need to make sure you are drawing parallel. So when something's parallel, let me show you with my ruler, they go on forever in a same straight line. They will never intersect and cross. They're parallel. They go on in two lines for infinity. So when you are adding your details, make sure that it is parallel with the top of your building. You're going to notice that in one-point perspective, one of the rules is that as things get closer to the vanishing point, they get smaller. As they move away from the vanishing point, they're going to get a little bit bigger. So I'm going to move my ruler, I'm making the spaces a little bit larger. But notice how I'm keeping the ruler nice and straight. So I get that nice parallel line. It's horizontal, meaning it goes from side to side. I'm going to do that first on all my buildings. Remember, press light till you know it's right, because you might be erasing some of these floors. So that one's just a little crooked. I'm going to go in and fix it up. Awesome. So now let me show you the next step, because this is a little tricky and a lot of people kind of make the mistake of not keeping their lines parallel. We're looking at the side of the buildings now. So this is the front of a building. Here's the side. When you're looking at the side of the buildings, you're going to notice that the roof isn't horizontal anymore. It's vertical. When I make the floors on the sides of my buildings, I need to make sure that those lines are parallel with the roof. So my roof is vertical right now, it's running up and down. Because I made this all one building, I've kind of connected the floors together. It's just like a 3D building. Awesome job, you're doing so great. Oh, that was definitely not parallel. My ruler was a little crooked. Alright, when you want to do the sides of your windows, you need to make sure that the sides of your windows are on that orthogonal. They're parallel with the sides of your buildings, which means that when you draw the sides of your windows, the sides of your doors, you need to make sure that you have your pencil on the vanishing point and you push your ruler up against your pencil so that all the side lines are running with the orthogonal lines. And there you have it. There's one building drawn in 1-point perspective. I'm going to let everyone now try it yourself if you haven't been working along with us step by step. And thank you, Helper. Did a great job. Your buildings look awesome.